it's Miss Priscilla at the Up in the West Library, and I am book talking The Black Kids by Christina Hammonds Reed. This is historical fiction for all of my students out there, but not historical fiction for me because I was in college when this occurred. So 1992 in LA. Some of you may have heard of the beating of Rodney King. So this book takes place during the trial of the police officers, and about 1/3 of the way through, the police officers are acquitted, and then there's the riots that occurred. Our main character in this is Ashley. On a cover there, that's Ashley. She is actually, her parents are affluent, meaning they're wealthy. They're not as wealthy as many of the kids she goes to school with. She goes to a private high school, so she's not like what we call a trust fund baby or anything like that, but her parents are doing well. I know her mother's an architect. I think her father is a lawyer. We don't know a whole lot about her mom's background. There's a sister who's a judge. But we do learn a lot about her father's background because he grew up in the area where the riots are taking place, and his brother and so Ashley's cousins still live there. And they run the business that her grandmother ran, which was fixing vacuum cleaners. So Ashley, like I said, goes to a private school. She is one of the few black kids. That's how they are referred to in there. Even Ashley does. But her friends are all white except for one who is Asian, but adopted by a white family. So she doesn't really feel like she fits in. And we get to know one of the scholarship students who's a high academic student, but he's also a really great basketball player. His name is LaShawn, and he becomes more important, but during the riots, Ashley makes a comment, and it's sort of unintentional, but not entirely unintentional. She makes a comment about how nice his shoes are, and then it starts a rumor going on around school and gets, it really puts LaShawn's, it jeopardizes like his scholarship and everything to Stanford, so it does cause a lot of problems, and then, she didn't intend for it to go that far, but it did. There's just a lot, I really enjoyed this because this book deals with the private high school that Ashley goes to is still going on and having their prom, whereas most of the other schools in LA are closed because of the riots. There's a story of affluence versus the people who have money versus the people who don't, and most of the people who have money are white. There's also, like, Ashley is just, she says at one point, one of the reasons why she's jealous of LaShawn is not just because he got into Stanford, which is her dream school, is that she also, she wishes she were as comfortable in her skin as he is. And that's how she words it. There's so many family issues in there. There's family issues with Ashley and her parents and her sister who's become this big activist and is living, and the parents are like, we worked so hard to give you all the advantages, just there's the issues with her parents themselves, and then her parents and their extended families. Like I said, her dad doesn't really talk to his brother too much, and she doesn't really see her cousins too much until, of course, the riots, and then they're trying to convince them to come live with us. There's a lot of depth to this book for how actually not long it is. I really did enjoy this. I don't know what else to say. I know most people don't. Historical fiction's not your cup of tea, but there's so many issues in this that is still prevalent today that I think a lot of people are going to identify with some of this stuff and some of the things that like Ashley's dealing with. So when I think of historical fiction, I think more way back than this. But for you, this is way back. All right. If this is not your cup of tea, I'll help you find something else. Otherwise, have a fantastic day and keep on reading. Bye.